This is the very first women's soccer Olympic gold medal ever.
For the first 40 years of my life, soccer was my passion. In April 2010, I was playing my passion in a game with the Washington Freedom against the Philadelphia Independence, and I got hit in the side of the head with a knee from an opposing player. And that day completely changed my life. At the end of the half, I went off the pitch and I was walking to my left. My trainer came out to me and she looked me in the eye, she took me by the hands and she said, "Are you okay?" And I looked at her and I said, "No, I'm not okay." Little did I know weeks would turn into months, would turn into years. For 3 years, I toiled in the wilderness. Finally, by the grace of God or whatever power you believe in, I finally found a doctor that understood what was happening to me, who knew what to do, who did certain tests. It took 10 minutes, and he said, "Bri, I want you to sit down on this table." And he looked me in my eye and he said, "I'm gonna help you." And I also said to myself, you know what? You've been through 3 years of absolute misery and hell, to the point where you didn't even recognize yourself in the mirror. And you couldn't get off the couch to do anything but walk once a day. You need to turn this thing around, this horrible, difficult, miserable time, and you need to help people.
My name is Joanne Finnegan. I am the president of the Council on Brain Injury. I was probably one of the people that had the initial idea to start the Council on Brain Injury. It was after we lost David Strauss to a brain tumor in 2004. He was an unbelievable presence in the brain injury community. He was larger than life, probably one of the best clinicians in the country, and influenced not only treatment but the professional development of most of the individuals that worked at ReMed but also worked across the country in other programs. Always out, always educating. We sat one day and said, you know, what do we want to do? How can we recognize David? And so we decided that the best way was to be able to develop something that would really highlight his legacy of giving.
Each year we offer grants to organizations who are doing work in this field. We offer grants to organizations who are actually doing services like Hope Springs Equestrian, Fighting Back scholarships to veterans, also to Camp Cranium. They're a summer camp, an amazing organization who offers a summer camp to children with brain injuries. We also give grants to organizations doing prevention work like brain safety fairs or education programs for children in schools to learn about concussion or wearing helmets. And we donate money to organizations who are doing research, student researchers at Drexel, University of Pittsburgh, and professional organizations like the Association of Rehabilitation Nurses.
The CoBI Award is an annual award that we give to an individual who has really had a major impact on the field of brain injury. And so we have had people like Marilyn Spivak, who people will say is the founder of the brain injury movement, to the two gentlemen that developed the Impact Concussion Testing Program, to Scott Dillman, who started the Fighting Back program. It's a wonderful award. We do it every year at our David's Drive golf tournament, which is our major fundraiser. The award is great for individuals, but there's also organizations out there that are doing awesome work. So we now have every year both an individual award winner and an organizational award winner. We contribute to a lot of outside organizations, but I think the thing that's been the most fun is the things that we're doing inside. So we have the Tribute Trek. So that's an annual event directly in honor and memory of David.
I just decided maybe I can have people sponsor me as I walk and we give the money back to his program, which turned out to be CoBI. The Tribute Trek It had to be something outside and active, but anyone can do it. It's getting out and having fun.
My family thinks CoBI is great, and it's a great continuation of my father's legacy and all the work that he did, and just showing that what he meant to so many people. And then there's what Todd has started with the tribute track.
Rediscover You is an adult education program where we provide various educational opportunities for brain injury survivors, their family members, and caregivers. So we provide classes that help them rediscover themselves after their injury.
We have a program that is highlighted here called the Jazz Sanctuary, and they do one of my favorites. It's called bucket drumming, and you have to see it to believe it, but yes, we're drumming on buckets.
In 2006, I had a brain AVM. I was almost destroyed by the operation. So the question was, after 33 days in the hospital, what do you do? Well, you rehabilitate and you work every day and you learn to play the bass. And the bass gives you hand-eye coordination and the ability to read music if you work at it, so your eyes work back and forth. That took about 1.5 years. And during that time, I thought, how am I going to give back to all those people who visited me, who comforted me, and welcomed me? And I decided to give back by forming the Jazz Sanctuary. And thankfully, the kind folks at CoBI have given us a grant, which will be another step in the progress of the Jazz Sanctuary, and here I am.
We've been using this to educate and to help rehabilitate. We just got the idea to incorporate those two things together, given that Alan had this traumatic brain injury. And this has been a way to help other people in the same way Alan has been helped.
The programs that CoBI sponsors are the ones that don't always get the money that they deserve. Activity and being reconnected to other human beings is what CoBI gives its money to. So please donate as much as you can, because there are so many people like me that aren't as lucky as I am. I have recovered almost completely, but there are several of us that may not. And awards like this and this money goes to help it get them at least from the darkness into the light. Thank you.